Welcome to my first Raw review. This was an iffy episode. I thought it was all right. A lot of wrestling action tonight, so let's get started. Let's start with how the show started with a recap of last week about Cena fighting for every other superstar and how he will beat The Rock at WrestleMania. I don't know which one about you guys, but I think Cena will do it. It has to happen. I mean, they have to pass the torch. And it was surprising that we got a match to start the show, which we don't normally get. Punk is waiting for Bryan to come out, but before Bryan can come out, Jericho comes out. Says Punk is not as good as Jericho. Says he's the best in the world, not Punk. Saying how he was a star. He didn't care what people said about him. Just did what he basically wanted to. Says Punk is a Jericho wannabe. Punk replies back, says he nor Jericho is the best in the world, but Bret Hart is. So Jericho tells Punk to take him serious. Punk says he's the guy that will defeat Jericho at WrestleMania. Jericho then comes back and says that he will beat him at Mania and embarrass him. And I'm actually surprised that they actually mentioned Punk with the Chris Brown feud, even though Punk, I don't see why Punk would mess with a weirdo like Chris Brown. So now we get Punk versus Bryan at right now on Monday Night Raw. Let's just get to the ending. Bryan walks away. Sheamus throws him back in. Gets hit with the GTS. Tries to cover him. John Laurinaitis says no match. Declares it a draw. Teddy gets in, shoves John Laurinaitis. Do you guys really want to see a John Laurinaitis Teddy Long match? I don't think it'd be too interesting. Jericho from behind body slams Punk and puts him in the walls of Jericho. Good opening segment. I thought it was strong. Next up, we get a Triple H and Taker promo. Now, let me be serious here. Do you guys honestly think the streak will end at Mania? No. Here's what I mean by this. Why would WWE have Taker and Mania for a third time if the match would let Taker win? What I mean by that is you have to have Triple H win this in a third time. Because, I mean, honestly, what's the point of Taker being Triple H for a third time? It doesn't make sense. You have to have Triple H win this. The streak must end. And I don't think Undertaker cares as much as the streak as everyone thinks Taker does. I think he's willing to give it up. He's had a phenomenal career. He'll definitely go in the Hall of Fame, so just keep something in mind. I think the streak will end. So, give me your thoughts in the comment section. Next match, Cena versus Miz is actually made for later tonight. Divas match. Kelly beat Nikki or Brie Bella, whichever one was in the ring. I don't know. By a roll-up. Who cares? Why not have a Tamina and Beth Phoenix match? That'd be a lot better than all that garbage. Next up, we have a Cena versus Miz. Cena, he got 75-25, I think. 75% people liked him, 25 got boos. Until the very end with The Rock, that is. Miz says he should be in Mania. I mean, what's been going on with the Miz, guys, honestly? I mean, he's been falling downhill like that. Cena wins with a normal finish, his 6-move set, wins with the STF. Next up, we have a tag team title match. Colognes versus Kingston, Swagger, and Dolph. Titles actually meant something tonight. An interesting triple threat match for tag team titles. It was good back and forth. Colognes retained. Then we get the return of Kane. I thought he'd be out a little longer, but he decided to come back now. I have no problem with it. He cleans the house. He takes out everyone in the ring. He takes out Epico, Truth, and Dolph. But where's Kane? What's Kane gonna do at Mania? If Ryder won't be at Mania, what will Kane do? I mean, what can you have him do? We'll see. We got a clip of Eve from last week. I was thinking maybe Ryder and a mystery partner versus Eve in a pick her partner at Mania. I feel like that could be a big possibility. We get Eve blobbing about how men want her and pointless promo. Moving on. Sheamus and Show versus Rhodes and Henry. Cody cuts a heel promo and shows a clip of Big Show getting knocked out 4 years ago by Floyd Mayweather. The match was only like a 2-minute match. Sheamus road kicks Mark Henry. Speaking of Mark Henry, he as well. Not going downhill. Finally, we move on to the main event, which featured Rock and Cena. Rock comes out first saying how he loves and put his life into this business and worked so hard for everyone to impress and show how much he loved everyone. Cena comes out. I know, he says Cena was the guy that, he says he is a Kong Pong Pow bitch. Says how every superstar in the Attitude Era fought for themselves, and he's fighting for the fans.
Bullshit.
Rock just crap talking Cena. Cena comes out and says Rock is only half right. He likes Rock, but not Dwayne. He says Dwayne Johnson is an SOB. Let's be honest. I hope you know what that means. And then he basically called out The Rock. He was telling it how it is. Cena leaves. Rock talks a little more crap. Show ends with Rock saying how he'll beat Cena at Mania. Now, overall, I thought this was a good show. It was a good build. Now, next week, Shawn Michaels returns. That should add some more into the Triple H Taker match at Mania, and hopefully we will see where it keeps on going between Cena and Rock, because this is getting a little more interesting, folks. So type up what you want in the comment section, and I'll see you Saturday with my SmackDown review. Until then, peace. Matt Hardy fan 246. Peace out.
Funk is on the right.